Good morning, everybody. Happy Technique Tuesday. I forgot what day it was again. God, I'm good at this game, aren't I? Good morning to you all. It's the 16th of June. My name is Karen, and I am here with Get Moving, and we're going to help you get moving. Not only just you, obviously. There's a few people out there. Hopefully there'll be a few people out there anyway. We'll see if anyone turns up or not. But we're going to help you and other people who have reduced or limited mobility. We're going to help those people get moving. We do this every single weekday at 11 o'clock. Hello there down there. We do this every single weekday at 11 o'clock. And we are with Get Moving. And so if you have a disability of some kind, if you have an injury, chronic medical condition, anything that stops us from being as mobile as we want to be, this is where we're going to help people get moving. It is Technique Tuesday, so we're going to go through the usual exercises that we do every single day. But then at the end, I'm going to tag on a bit more of a deep dive, a bit of an explanation of a particular exercise for you to practice for the rest of the day, or the rest of the week, and just learn and get good at. So we'll do that at the end, okay? Otherwise, we're going to do the exercises that we do normally at the start of our usual face-to-face class when they actually exist. If you're unsure about anything I'm talking about, if you don't know what Get Moving is, if you don't know what the hell I'm on about, up above my head up there's a link to the Get Moving website. Give that a click and have a look and see what it's all about. Because it's easier than me saying it, talking, really. I'm talking enough anyway. You don't want to hear any more of my voice. So just click up there and then you'll be good. It's all good. So, all these exercises are suitable for pretty much everybody. There are seated versions, there are standing versions, so you do whichever one you can do. I always would encourage everyone to do the hardest version they can do well. So even if you think, I can't do that, give it a try. Make sure you're safe, obviously, but give it a try. Challenge yourself, push yourself, see what you can do, because that's how we improve. That's a common feature with Get Moving, that we're going to try and nudge you to make it a little bit harder, and so that we can be better in the long run. That's enough wishing from me. Let's get started. So, as always, marching on the spot first of all. So if you are seated, sit nice and tall. I don't want you slouching back. So sit nice and tall. You're going to be marching on the spot, getting your knees up like so. Just getting the hips moving, getting the body moving, getting the blood pumping a little bit. If you are standing, same idea. I don't want you slouching either. I want you standing tall, nice and proud. You also are going to be marching on the spot, getting your knees up nice and high, marching like so. I'm going to do around about 20 of them, give or take. It's always a bit of a mixture. I can't really count very well. You're going to do whatever number you can do in the same time it takes me to do it. So get yourselves ready, and we will make a start in 3, 2, 1. Off we go. Marching on the spot, knees nice and high, big hip movements, and as I said before, definitely starting to get the blood pumping a little bit, getting your breathing going, and just getting the body moving. I have said this a million times, I will say it a million times more. We get good at what we do, we get good at what we experience. So if we experience movements and activity, we will become better at movement and activity. If we experience lots of sitting down doing bugger all, we're going to get really good at doing bugger all. That's about 20. So moving on to the next exercise, the shoulder rolls. Again, you can do this seated or standing. It's entirely up to you. The smaller version, the easier version, is just rolling your shoulder blades back like so. Make the move as big as you can. So if you can, start bringing your arms up a little bit higher. And if you can, make it the biggest move that you can do. Again, 20-ish in 3, 2, 1, off we go. Big moves. So yes, we do not want to be good at doing bugger all. We do not want to be good at being a couch potato. There is no fun in that. Life gets dull and boring. We don't want that. So we're not going to practice staying put. We're going to practice moving. Moving as big a move, expansive a move as we can. This one really gets the upper body, the shoulders and everything moving. We're going to reach up, reach back, reach down. So about halfway there now. Specifically, I'm going to come back to this again later on, in the shoulder blades there. Pinching them back there. If you're seated or standing, you cannot do this slouched. It just does not work. You have to sit or stand tall and get those shoulder blades pinching back there. The bigger the move, the better. So I can feel my shoulder blades starting to burn now. Fingers crossed you can too. And we'll do 2 more. Last one for fun. Excellent. Moving on to the knee bends now. So if you're seated, you're going to be sat there and you're going to straighten your leg out and return it. Same on the other side. Straighten out and return. Nice big moves. If you're standing, same idea, but kicking your heels back to your butt. With me in 3, 2, 1. Away we go. Kicking the heels back. Nice big knee bends. So with these exercises, nothing special about them, nothing magic. They're just really, really bloody effective, that's all. But there's nothing magic about them. They just get the whole body moving, bit by bit, all the major joints. We just get all the major joints moving. These ones are obviously your knees. It gets those knees bending and flexing. We've just done our shoulders, we've done our hips, so all the big joints in the body. And that's 20. And now we're going to move on to the spine. Sarah's favourite. She may have disappeared by now. She's got work to do, but this is Sarah's favourite. So if she's still here, Sarah with the fingers of fire, just give us a thumbs up. But seated twists or standing twists. Sorry, twists. Folding your arms, twist your body one way, and then the other. With me in 3, 2, 1. Off we go. Twisting, twisting away. So now, we've gone through in the past, we've gone through the knees, the shoulders, all those other big joints. Now, we're doing the back, the spine. We're rotating that spine. Teaching it, reminding it that it can do these things, not letting it just stagnate and get stuck in one position. Sometimes it feels good just to sit there, wallow and go, oh no, I can't do this today, I can't move. Yeah, I get that, I totally get that. It feels good sometimes, but it is not good for us in the long run. And trust me, this 10-20 minutes of work now will make you feel so much better for the rest of the day. So make it as big a move as you can, remind the joints that it can do these things. Excellently done. So then we're going to move on to the double tap. Okay, back down to the bottom half again. If you're seated, the knee is going to come up twice. 1, 2, and then down. 1, 2, and then down. If we're standing, we're going to start using your balance more. So don't forget, if your balance is a bit iffy, stand close to something solid or someone solid. Have your hand hovering just in case you need for support, but try not to use that support if at all possible. Challenge yourself. Make sure you're safe, but challenge yourself. The knee is going to come up twice and then down. Twice and then down. In 3, 2, 1, off we go. So again, nice big moves. For that split second or so, we're balancing on one leg. We're getting used to standing on one leg. We're getting used to finding our center of balance, finding our center of gravity, and maintaining it. If we feel ourselves wobbling a little bit, that's okay, that's fine. Because then what we're doing, we're getting experience at regaining our balance. I personally think that is a really, really good key ability to be able to regain our balance. Because at some point in our lives, we're going to lose our balance. It's going to happen. Whether we like it or not, it's going to happen. So best, I think, if we are ready for that. And we're well rehearsed at regaining it. 20, side bends. Okay, Anna's favourite. Feeling bendy today, Anna? That's her middle name, Bendy Anna. One arm goes down, other arm comes up and over, and the same on the other side. If you can't get your arm up and over, don't worry, just think about the one arm going down. And again, we're getting the spine though, bending side to side. So with me in 3, 2, 1, off we go. So either just bending one arm down and then the other arm down, nice big side bends. But if you can, reaching over. Again, the biggest move that you can do. We're going to challenge ourselves, we're going to push ourselves, we're going to try and do a little bit more than we think we can. Because our bodies get good enough at for what it experiences. If it experiences a certain thing, it'll get good enough to do that. But then it won't get any better. It won't improve anymore. It'll just improve the level where it's good enough. If we want to get any better, we've got to make that body experience something a bit more challenging, a bit extra. So if you can, challenge yourself and do a bit more than before. That is number 20. Well done. What have we got next? It's squats. Okay. Legs. Leg strength. If you're seated, we're going to practice standing up. Again, I can't stress this enough. Make sure you are safe, but then make sure you bloody work. Tuck your feet back. Shift your bum forwards to the edge of the seat. Get your body weight forwards. Okay? You cannot do this sat back. You've got to have your body weight forwards. And then you push like anything through your feet and stand tall. And I mean tall all the way. Your bum is in, your chest is up, full extension. Don't finish the move there somewhere. It's got to be all the way. And then under control, no crash landing. You just sit your bum back and under control, you gently sit yourself down. And then you would repeat. Do as many times as you can. The more, the merrier. If you're standing, squats, feet flat, feet apart, knees go pushing out. You're going to sit your bum back and stand back up again. With me in 3, 2, 1. Off we go. Sit back and up. Nice big moves. Good strong knees. If your knees are feeling this in a nasty way, by all means make the move a bit smaller. Just to there. Get the hips moving. More often than not, again, everyone's different, so I can't speak to you specifically, but more often than not, when people do this, they feel it in the knees. Usually that's because they're going straight down. And see how my heels have come off the floor there? And my knees are way in front there, my body's nice and tall. Usually that's what causes the problem with the knees. If we make sure the hips are involved more, and see how I'm sitting back into this, more often than not, that is much nicer on the knees. Now, way back when we started doing this, a couple of months or more back, I covered the sit, stand and the squats in a bit more depth and in a bit more detail. If you missed that, if you want to go over that, if you want to hear some tips and tricks about how to improve your squat or your sit stand, above my head, the link, the Get Moving website, it's got all the old videos there, the archive of all the old videos we've done. Have a look there. It's one of the early ones. It's in the first week, I think it was. Have a look at that and see how you can improve your squats or your sit stands. Tightrope walking or ankle mobility next. So again, we're going through all the major joints of the body. Now, the ankles. If you're seated, point and bend your ankle like so. Your heel is going to touch the floor, and then your toes, heel, toes, heel, toes. Get a big movement out of the ankles. If you're standing, extra balance time. So remember, give yourself a nice long runway in front of you. Along the back of a sofa is usually ideal. Feet apart is easier, feet narrower is harder. You're going to walk tightrope, heel, toe, heel, toe. So with me, going forwards, off you go. Walking forwards, heel, toe, as if you're on a tightrope. Walking away there nicely. Balancing like a boss, technical term. And then going backwards, the same thing again. Heel, toe though, again, we've got a big ankle movement out of this. Don't just be flat-footed, don't just plop your foot flat on the floor. A big ankle maneuver, heel, toe, heel, toe. And then with the same thing a second time, going forwards, same idea, heel, toe, heel, toe. So because it's the second time is always a little bit better than the first time. So try a slightly harder version if you want. Feet a bit more narrow or something like that. Same, going backwards, toes, heels, toes, heels. Toes first, then heels. Toes, then heels. Again, we're always going to be pushing ourselves, challenging ourselves, making sure we're safe, obviously, we're not stupid. But then we are going to push ourselves and work as hard as we can. Challenge that balance. Nicely done. Fast feet. Okay then. Out of breath time. Let's get rid of the cable. I've got my timer. We're going to do 2 loads of 10 seconds. If you are seated, hopefully by now, all your joints are nicely limber, nicely warmed up. So we're going to go for speed. Okay, a bit of explosiveness, bit of rah. If you're seated, your legs are going to run on the spot. Fast, 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 fast. Imagine your feet are drumsticks and you're in the band and you're going to do a really, really fast riff. Really, really quick with the feet. If you're standing, it's exactly the same thing, but you've also got to keep your balance. You're going to be running on the spot. Nice and quick. 2 loads of 10 seconds. Are you ready? In 3, 2, 1, off you go. Feet nice and quick. Not slow, not big, but fast. That's our first 10 seconds done. Give everything a bit of a tactical waggle, because you're going to go again. In 3, 2, 1, off you go. Fast feet. Up and down, up and down. Keep going, nearly there. That's our time, that's our 10 seconds done. Again, well done. Okay, and our last bit. Everyone's favourite, shadow boxing. Picture the person you do not like. It can be anyone you like. Picture them though. They're standing in front of you. Fists up, and you punch them in the head, or the body, around the side of the head, up under the chin, wherever you want. If you're standing, same idea. Move your feet if you can. Punching, punching, punching. Moving and punching. Keep going. This one's going to be 3 rounds of 20 seconds. Are you ready? In 3, 2, 1, off you go. So shadow boxing. Keep yourself moving. Keep your hands moving. If you can, keep your feet moving. Breathing hard. 10 more seconds to go. Get the body involved. Nearly there. Time. Have a breather for a sec. Well done. Round 2. Ramp it up a little bit. 2, 1, go, go, go. A bit faster and a bit harder and a bit more body movement. Twisting, twisting for 10 more seconds. Nice and high, nice and low, but knock that person you don't like on their butt. Time. 1 round left. The last one, make it a good one. 3, 2, 1, off we go. Last 20 seconds. Moving your feet back and forth, left and right, side to side, turning, changing directions. Final 10 seconds. Nearly there. And time. Well done. Very well done. So fingers crossed. You're huffing and puffing a little bit now. Hopefully you got your breathing up a little bit. Excuse me, burping a little bit for whatever reason. So that is our warm-up. That is our exercise to get the body started so that we can do the rest of the day nice and easily. Now, of course, this is Technique Tuesday. And so on Technique Tuesday, I'm going to tag on a little extra 5 minutes on the end here. Now we're just going to go over a particular move in a bit more in depth to show you how to do it and give you something to practice at home. Today, we're going to be playing with bows and arrows. So, previously, we've done various exercises with a resistance band. Here's one of mine. I've got a few. It's just an elastic band you can stretch like so. Bows and arrows are going to need a resistance band. Sometimes people ask what kind of home gym kit should I get or whatever. I would say you can't go far wrong with a resistance band. They're cheap, they're portable, and they're very, very versatile. You can use them in lots of different ways. This is just one of them. So, bows and arrows. Why would we do it? It's for posture. It's going to help us either sit or stand tall. Reduces the likelihood of us slouching like so. It is going to make our upper back, upper body stronger as well. So it's a good strength move for the upper half of our body. And it looks after the shoulders. It's a good health move, I suppose, for shoulders. It works the shoulder blades at the back there. No guarantees for anything because everyone's unique, but if we are good at this bow and arrow move, there's a good chance that our shoulders will be healthier for longer. So it's a good move to do. So it can be done one-armed or two-armed. I'm going to show you the two-armed version first of all, simply because it's just simpler to show, simpler to put the image in your head of what we're after. Okay, and afterwards I'll show you the one-armed version. So a bow and arrow. Again, we've got our resistance band. Okay, I want you to picture in your head Robin Hood, William Tell, something like that, and he's got his bow and arrow. He holds his bow, he draws his bow back, and then twang, away it goes. That's the move we're going to do essentially. We're going to draw a bow. Okay, so have that picture in your head. So I've got my resistance band. I'm going to hold on to it nice and solid with, in this case, it's in my left hand. And I'm going to hold the actual bow, the stick bit of the bow, in this left hand. It's out there. Now, first thing I want you to make sure you're doing is look after this shoulder. We want as big a gap between this shoulder and my jawline as possible. So a high, lifted up, twisted shoulder like that, no good. Have a big gap between my jaw and my shoulder. So that shoulder is going to come back and down there, not up there, okay? Back and down. And I'm going to hold my bow out there. Big gap in between my jaw and my shoulder. And I'm going to grab hold of the other end of my resistance band. To make it easier, we hold it back here. To make it harder, we hold it closer to there somewhere. You adjust that however you want, okay? So, strong shoulder, set it up, hold on to the string of my bow, and then I'm going to draw it back. And then I'm going to relax. Set myself up, draw it back, hold it for a second or so, and then relax. Don't forget, we draw a bow by keeping this hand nice and close to the body. We don't draw a bow by just sort of swinging it out there and arching out. It is drawn close to the body, and the elbow is coming back. Okay? Hold the bow, hold the string, draw it back across the body there, and then relax. So we want to feel this in our upper back. So I'm going to turn around for a sec, excuse me. So as I set myself up, I want to feel my shoulder blades pinching back and then relaxing. Shoulder blades are going to pinch back and then relax. The work, the movement comes from up there, not in the arms themselves, okay? Now that is one side. Clearly, whatever you do on one side, you do the same on the other. Big gap between my shoulder and my jawline. Shoulders back and down. Hold my bow. Grab hold of a bit of string. Draw the bow back across the body and relax. Draw it back across the body and relax. So that's clearly a two-armed move. But you've got the image of drawing a bow and arrow. If you've only got the use of one arm, we can still do this, it's okay. What we need to do is anchor our resistance band to something solid. Give me 2 secs. I'm going to anchor this to my rack here. It is very important that this anchor point is something solid. Don't have it on something which can move or can snap or anything at all. It's got to be a solid anchor point. Top health and safety tip. You heard it here first, all right? So it's anchored over there, roughly the same height as my chest over here. In this case, my right arm is not being used, so my left arm is going to do the work. I set myself upside on, so the anchor point is over there. I'm pointing 90, my chest is pointing 90 degrees away there. And again, imagine I'm holding onto a bow over there, and I draw back across my chest exactly as before, and then relax and recover. I draw it back across my chest and recover. To make it easier, I would sit closer to the anchor point and see that it's a lot more slack. That's a lot easier. To make it harder, I would sit further away, and now suddenly a lot more tension. I have to pull out a little bit more and then recover. Again though, it's my shoulder blades moving across my back that's doing the work. I'm not just trying to pull away. It's close in, draw across, and recover. And of course, depending on which arm you have use, you'll do one side or the other. You can figure that bit out, I'm sure, by yourself. But it is a fantastic move that can be done one-armed or two-armed. It is very good for posture because it teaches us to pull those shoulder blades back and stick our chest out there and not slouch. It is really good for shoulder health. Most of us in the Western world are slouchy and are overdeveloped in the front and weak at the back, and as a consequence the shoulders suffer. These joints suffer. If we can strengthen up all the muscles around the joint, then those muscles are going to look after the joint itself. So it's a really good healthy shoulder exercise. And I'd say it just makes everything stronger from sort of the rib cage upwards. Is a good upper body strength move. So that is what I'm going to show you on Technique Tuesday, bows and arrows. Your job now is to give it a go. Let us know in the comments below how it went. Did it go well? Did it go badly? Did you anchor it onto something which was not solid and it twanged and hit you in the face? Don't forget, I told you not to do that. You can't sue me, okay? Solid anchor point, all right? So let us know how it goes. As always though, if you're unsure about anything, the link at the top there to the Get Moving website has got all our previous videos, tells you everything about what Get Moving is, where we are, who we are, what we do, all that kind of gumph. There's even a donate button up there. If you think these exercise classes, these sessions are any good, please feel free to donate if you want, it's up to you. Down there somewhere, there is a share button. You're on Facebook, you know what to do. Share it. Share it with your friends, your family, your groups, your associations, whatever. Spread the word. If you do think this is any good, and I hope you do, you're here till the end, so you must think something like that. Share it with somebody else. It could do them some good as well. We're going to save the planet by helping each other out bit by bit. And don't forget, we're here every weekday morning, 11 o'clock. Tomorrow it is Wobble Wednesday. We're going to work, as always, on balance. We're going to push your balance to the limit. We're going to try and make you like one of those wibble wobble toy things that cannot fall over. I can't remember what they were called, but I remember them from school. We're going to make you that rock solid, all right? And we'll do that tomorrow on Wobble Wednesday. So, thank you very much, boys and girls. It's fantastic having you all the time. Really, thank you very much. I shall see you tomorrow. Have a lovely day. I know I'm going to have a lovely day. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.